Chapter 491. Is the Xinghuan Peak really a place where people can stay? Master. What do you want to see, Master? Hearing Hu Li's question, Yifeng also asked, curiously. Uncle. I have something very important to see, Aunt. Hearing Yifeng's question, Hu Li also gave a simple answer, and did not say what it was. After all, this is a matter between women, and she is embarrassed to talk about it with Yifeng. Are you in such a hurry? My master is in the wolf cart, go in and find her. Seeing Hu Li's anxious look, Yifeng didn't ask any more questions and pointed directly at the wolf cart. After entering the wolf carriage, Hu Li also breathed a sigh of relief, thinking to herself, I really didn't expect that one day I would call my own disciple aunt, but now that I'm not in front of Yifeng, I can continue to call her Qianxue. Master. Why are you here? Luo Qianxue, who was about to change her clothes, saw Hu Li suddenly walk into the carriage and asked with surprise. At this moment, Luo Qianxue found that Hu Li's eyes fell directly on the clothes in her hand, which made her feel a little uneasy for some reason, and then she quickly hid the clothes in her hand behind her. Qianxue. Don't hide it, I came here for that dress. You are really, why didn't you tell me if you had new goods? Hu Li walked to Luo Qianxue's side and took the clothes she hid behind her. Master. Yifeng was waiting for me to change, and you just took it away. How can I tell him? Seeing Hu Li put the clothes into the fairy ring, Luo Qianxue also revealed a bitter smile. She never thought that her master would be so fascinated by the clothes provided by Yifeng. Hearing Luo Qianxue's words, Hu Li also fell into deep thought, and then suddenly thought of something. A smile appeared on her face and she said directly, Aunt, we, the younger generation, take a few clothes from you, the elders, shouldn't mind. Just now it was Qianxue. Now it has become an aunt. Can seniority be played like this? Hearing Hu Li's words, Luo Qianxue was completely dumbfounded. Although she wanted to refute, she thought about it carefully and found that what the other party said was not wrong. After a moment. Master. What urgent matter did the master come to you for? I saw that she was very anxious. Do you need my help? When Hu Li left, Yifeng also walked into the carriage and looked at Luo Qianxue and asked directly. Disciple. Master took away the clothes you gave me. If you get any welfare clothes in the future, let's find a place where the master can't find it, otherwise, I can't wear it, you can't see it, and it's all cheap for the master. Hearing Yifeng's question, Luo Qianxue also smiled bitterly and explained the situation. What? It's not enough for the master to take away the clothes made of purple dark crystal, and take this one too? Hearing Luo Qianxue's words, Yifeng was completely stunned. This is simply coming to them to sweep. No. I haven't seen you wear this dress yet. I'll go ask my master for it right now. I don't believe that she would have the nerve to not give it to me if I, a disciple, go ask her for it. After saying that, Yifeng was ready to leave the wolf car and go directly to Hu Li. Disciple. Don't go. Master said that as a junior, she took 2 pieces of clothes from her uncle and aunt, and we, as elders, would definitely not argue with her. In fact, she even called my aunt in the end. Hearing Yifeng's words, Luo Qianxue also hurriedly explained. Stunned. Yifeng was completely stunned after hearing Luo Qianxue's words. He never thought that Hu Li would go to such lengths to get the clothes in his hands. Xinghuan Peak. What's going on? What's going on? This is my brother's Xinghuan Peak. How can there be beggars, and 5 of them? When Li Haoyang came to Xinghuan Peak, he saw the 5 great ancestors in tattered clothes and holding broken bowls strolling on Xinghuan Peak, and his face also showed a look of disbelief. What to do? Although it is not clear why there are beggars here. But after all, it's Big Brother's territory, and I'm Big Brother's little brother, so shouldn't I go over and give them some now? Thinking of this, Li Haoyang gritted his teeth, took out 100 top-grade fairy crystals from his fairy ring, and then walked towards the 5 great ancestors. Clang clang clang. As the sound of the fairy crystals touching the broken bowl sounded, the 5 great ancestors who were strolling also stopped, looking at the 20 top-grade fairy crystals in their bowls. The 5 great ancestors looked at Li Haoyang with a confused look. Then the great ancestor Luo Tianqing looked directly at the self-satisfied Li Haoyang and said unhappily, "Who are you? Are you here to send away beggars?" "What do you mean by sending away beggars? Aren't you the ones?" Hearing Luo Tianqing's words, Li Haoyang was also stunned, thinking in his heart, how come in Big Brother's territory, the beggars have such high standards? 20 top-grade fairy crystals can't satisfy them? Wait. Suddenly, Li Haoyang suddenly thought of something, and looked directly at the top-grade fairy crystals covering the ground under his feet. He smiled bitterly in his heart, what am I doing? There are top-grade fairy crystals everywhere here. How can they be interested in what I give them? This old man. I see that you are amazing, and you are a rare Taoist genius in 1,000 years. It just so happens that I have a supreme skill in my hand, which only requires 100 top-grade fairy crystals. I wonder if you are interested. At this time, Hong Laolu came here and started to fool Li Haoyang directly. Peng. However, before Li Haoyang could react, Wu Lang appeared behind Hong Laolu and knocked him out with a palm knife. Then he looked at Li Haoyang and said, everyone on this Xinghuan peak has experienced my palm knife. I just gave you an example so that you can be mentally prepared. Don't worry, I will knock you out in one go. Enough. Xinghuan Peak finally has a newcomer. If you bully him like this, he should learn how to kneel from me. At this time, Chen Fan also came over from not far away, and then under Li Haoyang's dull eyes, he knelt down directly to Wu Lang and shouted loudly, Wu Lang, I'm kneeling, do you still have the nerve to knock me out? Fuck. Who are these people? Did I come to the wrong place? At this time, Li Haoyang felt that his head was about to explode, and he thought in his heart, is this Xinghuan Peak really a place where people can stay? Huh. What are you doing here? Just then, Guangtou Chang carried a giant 10-meter-long mace, and then walked towards the crowd from a distance with extremely arrogant steps. Chapter 492, I took it all on my own. Damn. Who is this guy? Such a big mace, can't it be used to hit people? Noticing Tang Xiaoqiang coming from a distance, Li Haoyang already had the idea of escaping from Xinghuan Peak. He felt that no one here was normal. Ding. Feeling the host's depressed mood at this time, a random task is issued. Please go to the 3rd fairyland to find 3 suitable prodigal disciples. If the task is successful, a certain number of prodigal points will be randomly rewarded, with a high probability of being rewarded with immortal pills, and 100% reward of several sets of special clothes. If the task fails, a certain number of prodigal points will be randomly rewarded. The task time is 7 days. Just when Yi Feng was lying on the top of the wolf car alone and basking in the sun, the system's task prompt sound suddenly rang in his mind. After hearing this, Yi Feng suddenly sat up from the top of the car, and then laughed enthusiastically, System, I really like the way you pamper me more and more. System, the host of our own system must be pampered. If I don't pamper you, will I pamper the host of another system? Every failure makes you wiser. When I complete this task, I must take my master away from the Holy Land, and then find a place where no one is to take out the reward. Thinking of this, Yi Feng also lowered his head and pondered. He was thinking, this time going to the 3rd fairyland to find a suitable prodigal disciple, who should I take with me to make it more interesting? Forget it. Don't think about it, let's go and ask them. The competition will probably be very fierce at that time, so it depends on who performs the best. After pondering for a while, Yi Feng didn't think about it anymore. After leaving Wuji Peak, he immediately rushed towards Xinghuan Peak. Xinghuan Peak. Everyone. I'm going to the third fairyland. Does anyone want to go out and play with me? After gathering everyone together, Yifeng looked at Tu Meng, Hong Laolu, Zhu Kai, Gong Feng and others and asked. However, to Yifeng's surprise, after hearing the news of going out to play, everyone did not react at all, and even showed a hint of resistance on their faces. What's going on? What's going on with these people? In the lower world, those people were waiting for me to turn over the cards. Why didn't you react at all? Seeing the unusual silence of the crowd, Yifeng was a little embarrassed and continued, so, those who want to go out with me, after I count to 3, just step forward. After that, Yifeng started the countdown. 3, 2, 1. However, when Yifeng counted to 1, everyone took a step back in unison. This scene made Yifeng dumbfounded. Fuck. What the hell is going on here? There are so many people, but no one wants to go out with me? With doubts, Yifeng said directly to the system, use the peak function once to check what these people are doing and why no one wants to go out with me. Ding. Consume the peak function once. The people in Xinghuan Peak are now eating all kinds of delicious fairy insects in different ways every day, taking baths with all kinds of legendary fairy herbs every day, enjoying all kinds of rare fairy fruits every day, etc. They are now enjoying all of this every day, so they don't want to leave the Holy Land at all. As Yifeng finished speaking, the system's prompt sound rang in his mind. Fuck. I was wondering why no one wanted to leave. It turns out that they are all enjoying it. After learning the reason, Yifeng also revealed a helpless look. Although everyone was enjoying themselves, they were actually wasting money. What else could he say? People in the lower realm, if you had built the Xinghuan sect like this, who would have thought about being picked? We would have stayed in the sect and enjoyed ourselves to our heart's content. Brother. Just as Yifeng turned around with a lost look and prepared to leave alone, a familiar voice suddenly sounded behind him. Brotherly. Yifeng also turned around suddenly at this time, looking directly at Li Haoyang with an excited look, and then said to himself with emotion, at the critical moment, I still have to look at my brother Li. Brother. Be careful on the road. However, when Li Haoyang's voice sounded again, Yifeng's face was no longer touched, and there was only a black line on his face. After all, I took it all by myself. After turning around and leaving again, Yifeng also muttered to himself with a bitter smile on his face. Elder Yi. Are you going out again? Seeing Yifeng coming from a distance, Elder Yu Gui also asked with surprise, and at the same time exclaimed in his heart, Yifeng, this kid, never lets himself be idle. Is this the reason why he has become stronger? Yes. I have to go out again. After saying that, when Yifeng was about to enter the maze formation, he suddenly noticed the 3 guardian beasts, Xiao Baozi, Xiao Baozi, and Xiao Diaozi. Since the people on Xinghuan Peak don't want to go out with me, then I'll take another guardian beast out. Thinking of this, Yifeng looked directly at the 3 guardian beasts and said, I'm going out for a while. If you want to go with me, then step forward. Huh? You're going out again, and you're going to take one of us with you? Anyway, I won't go out again this time. Xiao Baozi and Xiao Diaozi have been having a great time here these 2 days. This time I have to stay and live a comfortable life for a few days. Hearing Yifeng's question, the 8-winged golden-eyed crazy lion also thought to himself. When it looked at the little leopard and little eagle on both sides, wanting to see who took a step forward, it was horrified to find that they were actually behind it. After discovering this situation, the 8-winged golden-eyed crazy lion was dumbfounded. What's going on? What the hell is going on? I didn't move, but why did I take a step forward? Crazy. The 8-winged golden-eyed mad lion was really going crazy at this time. It didn't want to go out with Yifeng. It just wanted to stay in the Holy Land, and then enjoy life while guarding the house. Master Yi. I want to say that I didn't move, but I don't know what happened, and suddenly I took a step forward. Do you believe it? At this time, the eight-winged golden-eyed crazy lion also looked at Yifeng seriously and asked. I believe it. Hearing the words of the eight-winged golden-eyed crazy lion, Yifeng also nodded in response. Laughed. The eight-winged golden-eyed crazy lion heard Yifeng's words and grinned directly. As long as Yifeng could believe it, it would be considered to have resolved the crisis. Chapter 493, just arrived at the third fairyland, and met the right person? Little 8. What are you standing there grinning? Hurry up and follow me. Seeing the eight-winged golden-eyed crazy lion standing there grinning, Yifeng also urged him out. Follow you? Didn't you just believe what I said? Why do you want me to follow you? Hearing Yifeng's words, the eight-winged golden-eyed crazy lion was stunned. This was different from what it thought. A moment later. Little 8. You should be more careful in the future. Why did the little leopard and the little eagle know how to take a step back, while you just stood there stupidly? After leaving the Holy Land, Yifeng also looked at the eight-winged golden-eyed mad lion and joked with a smile. Young Master Yi. I didn't expect that those two bastards would be so cunning. But if I also took a step back with them, would the three of us be safe? At this point, the eight-winged golden-eyed mad lion also looked at Yifeng with curiosity and asked. That's right. If you also take a step back, then all three of you will be safe. However, is there a possibility that if you take a step back, will they take 2 steps back? Hearing the question from the eight-winged golden-eyed mad lion, Yifeng also explained with a smile. Huh? Take 2 steps back? Hearing this, the eight-winged golden-eyed mad lion was stunned at first, and then cursed in his heart, damn, those two bastards can definitely do this. It seems that I have to be more careful when I am with those two bastards in the future, otherwise I will be sold out by them and I will help them count money. Let's go. Let's go to the third fairyland immediately. At this time, Yifeng casually threw a designated space portal to the eight-winged golden-eyed mad lion, and then activated one himself. The man and the beast quickly disappeared in the space portal. The third fairyland, Chiwu City. It was in this town that I met the 5 great ancestors. It just so happens that this is a town in the third immortal realm. Otherwise, if we want to get to the third immortal realm in the shortest time, I'm afraid Yi Xiaochui, Yi Xiaojiao, and the others will have to take action again. Appearing on the bustling street, Yifeng also smiled and talked to himself. What's the situation? Wasn't this town destroyed by the heavenly Dao tribulation cloud? The eight-winged golden-eyed mad lion on the side showed a puzzled look at this time. You know, when the 3 guardian beasts took Yifeng, Tang Xiaoqiang and the 5 ancestors away, it noticed that after they left, the calm heavenly tribulation cloud directly condensed countless heavenly tribulation thunders. Therefore, in the mind of the eight-winged golden-eyed mad lion, this town should have been destroyed by the heavenly tribulation cloud long ago. Heavenly tribulation cloud, you are right, but what you don't know is that a wronged bastard found me and said he wanted to fight me to his heart's content, but he ended up destroying me with a big iron hammer. Young Master Yi. What are we doing here? Do you have any old friends who are begging here? At this time, the eight-winged golden-eyed mad lion also looked at Yifeng with curiosity and asked. Hearing what the eight-winged golden-eyed mad lion said, Yifeng's face was instantly covered with black lines. He really wanted to explain that there were only 5 old friends who were keen on begging. Although this is the third fairyland. But compared to the first fairyland, it's still far behind. I really didn't expect that such a big town wouldn't even have a single unicorn egg. At this time, a young man who passed by Yifeng also said to a middle-aged man beside him with an extremely disappointed look. Mr. Zhu. After all, this is a town on the edge of the third fairyland. Moreover, the unicorn pig is also an extremely powerful fairy beast. Even in the first fairyland, the eggs of the unicorn pig are extremely rare. It is normal that there are none here. The middle-aged man heard the young man's complaint and explained with a wry smile. Zhu Xiao? Want to eat unicorn pig eggs? Yi Feng, who was standing aside, was surprised when he heard the conversation between the two. Then he smiled and muttered to himself, we are from the same roots. Why are we so anxious to fight each other? Xiao Bazi. Do you know about the fairy beast of the unicorn pig? Looking at the two people going away, Yi Feng also looked at the eight-winged golden-eyed mad lion and asked. One-horned black pig? Young Master Yi, I have never heard of any one-horned black pig. However, in ancient times, I did know of a fairy beast called the golden-horned black pig. The golden-horned black pig was also a relatively strong fairy beast in ancient times. Hearing Yi Feng's question, the eight-winged golden-eyed mad lion also shook his head, and then told the situation of another fairy beast. Ding! Remind the host, the blood of the golden-horned black pig flows in the body of the one-horned black pig, but as time goes by, the blood concentration becomes lower and lower, and this is why it degenerates into a one-horned black pig. At this moment, the voice of the system suddenly sounded in Yi Feng's mind. No way. This golden-horned black pig was just a relatively strong fairy beast in the ancient times. After experiencing hundreds of thousands of years of degeneration, it is still a relatively strong fairy beast in this era? After hearing the system's reminder, Yi Feng also showed a touch of surprise. System. Use the opportunity of spying on the secrets of heaven to check whether the guy who just wanted to eat the one-horned black pig is suitable to become a disciple of the prodigal family. After recovering from his shock, Yi Feng immediately gave the system an order. Ding. Consume the opportunity of spying on the secrets of heaven. The other party is suitable to become a disciple of the prodigal family. However, whether the other party can be accepted into the prodigal family depends on the host's means. Smiled. Hearing the response of the system, Yi Feng also showed a smile. He didn't expect that he would meet a suitable candidate just after coming here. Then he directly called to the eight-winged golden-eyed mad lion next to him, Xiao Bazi, let's go and follow those two guys. In a restaurant. Brother. Do you mind if we sit here too? Walking into the restaurant, I saw the young man and the middle-aged man sitting in a corner. Yi Feng also walked over with the eight-winged golden-eyed crazy lion, and then asked directly. There are only 4 of us in the whole restaurant. Why don't you just find a table to sit at? Why do you have to sit with me? Looking at the empty restaurant, just when Zhu Yang was about to refuse the other party, the voice of the middle-aged man suddenly sounded in his mind, Mr. Zhu, let the other party sit down. That burly man gives me an extremely dangerous feeling. I am afraid I am not his opponent. Chapter 494 Brother, fellow? What? Hearing Uncle Feng's telepathic voice, Zhu Yang's eyes also revealed a look of disbelief. Brother. Please sit down. After recovering from his shock, Zhu Yang also stood up quickly, and then spoke to Yi Feng respectfully. Xiao Bazi, did you scare them? Seeing the other party's reaction, Yi Feng looked directly at the eight-winged golden-eyed mad lion and asked. Mr. Yi. Don't blame me. It was the middle-aged man who tested my strength first, and then I released some breath pressure. Hearing Yi Feng's question, the eight-winged golden-eyed mad lion also hurriedly explained. So that's it. After hearing the explanation of the eight-winged golden-eyed mad lion, Yi Feng looked at Zhu Yang and asked with a smile, Mr. Zhu, I just heard you say on the road that you wanted to eat the unicorn pig eggs. Is that delicious? It turned out to be them. No wonder they looked familiar to me. It turned out that I just happened to meet them on the road. And they happened to hear the conversation between me and Uncle Feng, so they came here. After hearing what Yi Feng said, Zhu Yang finally understood why the other party suddenly came to them. Brother. The unicorn pig eggs are very delicious. When I was at home, I ate one every day. At this time, Zhu Yang also said with a proud look on his face. Fuck. My young master Zhu. Please stop bragging here, okay? Although our sect is a top force in the first immortal realm, even so, we can't provide you with a unicorn black pig egg every day. Do you really think that thing is a cabbage that is sold everywhere? Uncle Feng on the side saw Zhu Yang bragging directly, and he was going crazy. He really wanted to grab Zhu Yang's collar and yell, "It's okay for you to brag, but you have to ask others to brag." Oh. So, there are a lot of unicorn, black pig eggs in the sect where young Master Zhu is. Do you mind giving me a few? Hearing Zhu Yang's words, Yi Feng also asked with a smile. Give you a few? I am bragging. Even in the sect, I can't eat one a year. And this time, I came out to look for it because I haven't eaten it for almost 3 years. Hearing Yi Feng's words, Zhu Yang was stunned for a moment, cursing in his heart, damn it, I'm addicted to bragging, and I couldn't help bragging just now. What should I do now? Mr. Zhu. Is it inconvenient? How about you name a price, and I'll buy 100 first. Seeing Zhu Yang's instantaneous lack of reaction, Yi Feng guessed something, and then smiled and spoke again. Yeah. I don't have any. You still want to buy 100? Hearing this, Zhu Yang was going crazy. He felt that he couldn't go on. He had to find a way to deal with his pretense. Brother. I confess. Actually, I was just bragging. Not to mention eating one a day, I can't even eat one in a year. And this time, I came out because I haven't eaten it for almost 3 years, so I wanted to try my luck and see if I could meet one. After thinking for a moment, Zhu Yang also gritted his teeth and looked directly at Yi Feng and confessed. After speaking, Zhu Yang and Uncle Feng beside him also showed nervousness. They didn't know if Yi Feng would get angry and attack them directly. So you don't have it? But I have it, do you want it? Just when Zhu Yang and Uncle Feng were anxiously waiting for Yi Feng's trial, they heard Yi Feng say this, which made the two of them look at Yi Feng with surprise. Brother. A fellow traveler? After a moment of hesitation, Zhu Yang suddenly said this. Snap, at this moment, Uncle Feng on the side was so angry that he slapped Zhu Yang on the head, and then he yelled, Mr. Zhu, shut up, how could this young master be a fellow traveler with you? You like to brag, but it doesn't mean that others like to brag too. Uncle Feng was really going crazy at this time. The other party was not angry, which was already a very good result, but he never thought that his idiot young master would actually suspect that the other party was also bragging. Even if the other party was really bragging, you have to say it along. How can you still say that you are a fellow traveler? Ha ha ha. Looking at Uncle Feng, who was full of nervousness, and then looking at Zhu Yang who was full of grievance, Yi Feng couldn't help laughing and said, Uncle Feng, right? Don't be so nervous. I like Zhu Xiao's character of bragging. Although he said so, Yi Feng thought to himself, fuck, we are the same people. You are a braggart, but I really have the goods. After this guy earns money and ruins the family, let him go out and play by himself. Don't bring him back to the sect, otherwise I don't know how many people will be led astray by him. Zhu Xiao. Don't call me big brother, just call me Yi Xiao. Again, I have unicorn black pig eggs in my hand, and there are a lot of them. Do you want them? At this time, Yi Feng also looked at Zhu Yang and asked again. Yes. Young Master Yi, as long as you have it and are really ready to sell it, I'll take as much as you have. After hearing Yi Feng's words, Zhu Yang responded seriously. He was not bragging, because in his opinion, even if Yi Feng had it, it would definitely not be much, so he thought his own sect could definitely afford it. Okay. But let's talk about this deal later. Now I want to play a little game with you. As long as you can beat me once, I will give you a unicorn pig egg for free. How about it? Do you want to play? Hearing Zhu Yang's answer, Yifeng also asked with a smile. Yeah. Is there such a good thing? Hearing Yifeng's proposal, Zhu Yang was instantly interested, and then hurriedly said, Young Master Yi, I want to play. A moment later. Chiwu City, 10 miles east of the city. Young Master Yi. Is it arranged like this? When the 8-winged golden-eyed mad lion arranged 10 unicorn pig eggs with half the height of his body into a triangle like bowling pins, he also asked Yifeng, who was not far away, loudly. Triangle, 1 in the first row, 2 in the second row, 3 in the third row, and 4 in the fourth row. That's right. That's it. Just stand there and don't move. You can replenish the egg bottles at any time. After hearing the words of the 8-winged golden-eyed mad lion, Yifeng also laughed and responded. What are you doing? What are you doing? Is this the little game that Master Yi mentioned? Looking at the 10 unicorn black pig eggs arranged in a triangle on the opposite side, for some reason, Zhu Yang inexplicably felt a little uneasy, and was extremely shocked in his heart. He never thought that Yifeng was really not bragging, but he really had something in his hand. Chapter 495 Yi Xiao, isn't it too wasteful to play like this? Zhu Xiao. It's ready over there. Next, I'll tell you the rules of the game. At this point, Yifeng directly took out a unicorn black pig egg, and then said, In a while, the two of us will bless the unicorn black pig egg in front of us, and then without using the spirit consciousness, roll the unicorn black pig egg with the power in our hands over. Whoever can smash all the 10 unicorn black pig eggs on the opposite side with the least number of times will be the winner. Stunned. After hearing the rules of the game described by Yifeng, Zhu Yang on the side was stunned. This is not playing a game, this is simply a waste of money. That is a unicorn pig egg, a delicacy that he can't eat for 3 years. Now he is going to use it to play? Is this something a human can do? Young Master Yi. We can use some ordinary stones as substitutes. Isn't it a bit too wasteful to use such a rare unicorn pig egg as a game prop? After recovering from his shock, Zhu Yang also hurriedly persuaded Yifeng. To be honest, he couldn't even play such a wasteful game. Young Master Zhu. That won't work. In my eyes, the stones on the roadside that have experienced countless years of wind and rain are much more precious than these unicorn black pig eggs. So, let's just use the unicorn black pig eggs as game props. You don't have to worry about not having enough. I have a lot of these broken things. We can even fight until dawn. After hearing Zhu Yang's persuasion, Yifeng said his thoughts seriously. Those broken stones are more precious than unicorn black pig eggs? You have a lot of them? And you still want to fight until dawn? Hearing Yifeng's words, Zhu Yang couldn't believe his ears. He knew that Yifeng was not a fellow traveler, so the other party's words were not bragging. He couldn't imagine how many unicorn black pig eggs Yifeng had in his hand. Shoot them out. Mr. Zhu, what are you hesitating about? Seeing that Zhu Yang didn't shoot out the unicorn black pig eggs that blessed the fairy power in front of him for a long time, Yifeng also asked with a puzzled look. Master Yi. I can't do it. When I use my strength, the egg will roll hard, and I don't know how many unicorn black pig eggs will be smashed. Hearing Yifeng's question, Zhu Yang also smiled bitterly and told his troubles. He felt uncomfortable when he thought that he couldn't eat one in 3 years, and now he had to smash countless eggs with his hands. He really loves to eat this thing. Master Zhu. These are all mine. Even if you don't smash them all, it has nothing to do with you. But if you do it, if you beat me, you can get one for real. Then you will. Before Yifeng finished speaking, Zhu Yang seemed to have figured out something. and directly covered his hands with immortal power, and then slapped the unicorn black pig egg in front of him, and shouted excitedly, "Roll up, super egg." Ouch! Why did you only break 5? Seeing that he only broke 5 pig eggs this time, Zhu was also a little dissatisfied with his move this time, and at the same time thought with heartache, "Pig eggs, my favorite food, broken on your body, hurt my heart." Seeing that Zhu Yang's first move was over, Yi Feng on the side also followed suit and slapped the pig eggs in front of him. Each of the two people had a 10-egg bottle opposite them. Fuck. My talent in bowling is a bit poor. Seeing that he only broke 3 pig eggs, Yi Feng's face also showed a touch of embarrassment. As the game continued, the two gradually entered the state. Good at playing. Young master, you really is really good at playing. I really didn't expect that a spendthrift could play so many tricks. Looking at Yi Feng and Zhu Yang, who were in the right state, the 8-winged golden-eyed crazy lion couldn't help but exclaim in amazement. However, thinking of Yi Feng's promise to reward it with a few golden-horned black pig eggs after the game was completely over, it couldn't help swallowing its saliva, and thought in its heart, "Fortunately, I followed Master Yi out this time, otherwise, where can I eat golden-horned black pig eggs? I'll see if I can't kill those 2 bastards with greed this time." My lord. Your young master is such a spendthrift, don't you need to persuade him? Just when the 8-winged golden-eyed crazy lion was thinking about these things, Uncle Feng came to its side and asked in confusion. Me? Persuade? I'm just a little pet guarding the gate, you want me to persuade him? Hearing Uncle Feng's words, the 8-winged golden-eyed crazy lion looked at the other party with a look of a fool, and then said, "My young master is a spendthrift god, and it is also a very normal thing for him to be a spendthrift. Why should I persuade him? Besides, I am just a gatekeeper in the young master's holy land. What qualifications do I have to persuade him? You have such terrifying strength. Then, you tell me now that you are just a gatekeeper?" Hearing the words of the 8-winged golden-eyed mad lion, Uncle Feng couldn't believe his ears. Thinking of his prominent position in the sect, and looking at the strong man who was more terrifying than himself, he was just a gatekeeper. At this moment, he felt that his scalp was about to explode, and he thought in horror, how terrifying is the holy land that the other party is talking about. My lord. With you in charge, no one in your holy land will dare to provoke you. Besides, Master Yi brought you out, which shows that you must be very important in Master Yi's heart. After recovering from his shock, Uncle Feng also flattered the 8-winged golden-eyed mad lion. What's important? You think too highly of me. There are 2 more gatekeepers like me in our holy land. Besides, the 3 of us are just the kind of trash that can be discarded at any time in Master Yi's heart. Hearing Uncle Feng's praise, the 8-winged golden-eyed mad lion smiled bitterly and told the truth. There are 2 strong men of your level? Then the 3 of you are just trash in Master Yi's heart? Then you are all trash. What am I, the trash among trash? After hearing this, Uncle Feng turned around and left. He didn't dare to talk anymore. He was afraid that if he talked, the trash among trash would not be able to defend himself. The other side. Master Zhu. You are quite good. I lost this round, so I'll give you this unicorn egg. Do you want to continue? When Zhu Yang first smashed the last egg, Yi Feng looked at him and asked with a smile. At the same time, he thought to himself, try your best to win. When you have won enough, you can eat your unicorn egg and I will eat my golden horn egg. Chapter 496 Master Zhu, you can't afford it, can you? Continue. Of course I have to continue. Master Yi, I think we can fight until dawn. After winning the first game, looking at the unicorn egg handed over by Yi Feng, Zhu Yang also answered excitedly, and at the same time thought to himself, I couldn't eat one for 3 years. Now I can finally get it for free, I must fight for it. Little 8. The game is over, hurry up and place the eggs. Hearing Zhu Yang's answer, Yifeng also smiled and shouted to the eight-winged golden-eyed crazy lion not far away. Okay. Young Master Yi, I'll place it right away. After hearing Yifeng's words, the eight-winged golden-eyed crazy lion also got busy excitedly. It is not afraid of having work to do, but it is afraid of having no work to do. After all, it can only get its hard work fee from Yifeng by working. Master Xiaoba. Let me help you. Uncle Feng on the side saw the busy eight-winged golden-eyed crazy lion and also walked forward to help. Bang! However, seeing Uncle Feng coming over to help, the eight-winged golden-eyed lion kicked him away, cursing inwardly, this guy doesn't look like a good person. He didn't come to help. He came to steal my hard work fee. What are you doing? I just want to help. Uncle Feng got up from the ground, his face full of grievances. He didn't know what he had done wrong, and he was kicked by the eight-winged golden-eyed lion. Uncle Feng. You seem to have nothing to do, so why don't you take charge of the egg bottle over there? Yifeng, who saw the scene not far away, also shouted directly at Uncle Feng. Okay. Hearing Yifeng's shout, Uncle Feng also responded quickly, and then caught a fairy ring thrown by Yifeng. Hiss. However, when Uncle Feng saw that there were tens of thousands of unicorn black pig eggs in the fairy ring, he couldn't help but take a breath of cold air. Although he guessed that Yifeng had a lot of unicorn black pig eggs, he really didn't expect that the opponent would have so many in his hand. And this is just the number in the fairy ring in his hand. How many unicorn black pig eggs are there in the fairy ring in the hands of the eight-winged golden-eyed mad lion? Thinking of this, Uncle Feng looked directly at the eight-winged golden-eyed mad lion on the side. What are you looking at? I knew you had bad intentions. You got a good deal this time. Seeing Uncle Feng looking at him, the eight-winged golden-eyed mad lion said unhappily, and at the same time, he was extremely depressed and thought, the hard work fee that should have belonged to me as a beast has now been divided into half. It's really uncomfortable. I just wanted to help you a little, how did it become bad intentions? And, what do you mean I got a good deal this time? Hearing the strange words of the eight-winged golden-eyed lion, Uncle Feng also revealed a look of bewilderment. 3 hours later. What should I do? Did I win too much? Should I deliberately lose a few games next time? At this time, Zhu Yang also frowned and pondered. He really didn't expect that Yifeng's level would be so bad. He had played hundreds of games, but he had never won him once. However, when he noticed that Yifeng was enjoying the game very much at this time, he also smiled bitterly and said to himself, although Yi Xiao is enjoying the fun of the game, it should be said that he is really bad and loves to play. Next. Let's start letting him win. We have to let Yi Xiao win a few games anyway. Soon, Zhu Yang also made a decision. When he shot again, the pig egg he shot out deviated from the normal route halfway. Is Zhu Yang starting to let me win? After noticing this, Yifeng was stunned for a moment, then a smile appeared on his face, and he muttered to himself, in that case, let's end this game perfectly with this victory. A moment later. Mr. Zhu. It's getting dark. We've almost finished playing. Let's leave it at that for today, how about that? When Yifeng broke the last pig egg and won this game, he looked at Zhu Yang and expressed his thoughts. It seems that my approach is correct. I'm afraid that Master Yi couldn't hold on any longer, and wanted to win the next game to save some face, and then end this small game competition directly. Then the happiness brought by the game before was probably all pretended. After seeing Yifeng win this only game, he suddenly proposed to end the game, and some thoughts appeared in Zhu Yang's mind. Master Yi. All up to you. It's still early, why don't we roast the unicorn black pig eggs next, I'll treat you. At this time, Zhu Yang also looked at Yifeng with a lot of money and expressed his thoughts. This time, the young master really made a fortune. Won a full 186 unicorn black pig eggs. If you eat one a day, you can eat for half a year. After hearing what Zhu Yang said, Uncle Feng, who came over, couldn't help swallowing his saliva. After all, if Zhu Yang ate it, he would definitely get some credit. Mr. Zhu, don't rush to eat. Let's talk about the deal we talked about before. After hearing Zhu Yang's proposal, Yi Feng said this. Mr. Yi, I was thinking of talking about this while eating. I don't know how many unicorn black pig eggs Yi Xiao is going to sell me. Don't worry, I'll buy them all. Zhu Yang said seriously when he heard Yi Feng talking about the previous deal. After all, the more of this stuff, the better. If he really wants to eat it, the 186 unicorn black pig eggs in his hand will not last long. There should be more than 8,000 unicorn black pig eggs left in the space ring in Uncle Feng's hand, let's call it 8,000. And there are more than 1 million unicorn black pig eggs in the space ring in Xiao Baozi's hand, let's call it 1 million. Zhu Xiao, you often eat these unicorn black pig eggs, so you must be very clear about the value of this thing. A total of 1,008,000, I will sell them all. After hearing Zhu Yang's words, Yi Feng also said the number he wanted to sell. Poof. Zhu Yang, who had just drunk a mouthful of water, spat out all the water when he heard Yi Feng's words, and his face showed an extremely shocked expression. He knew that Yi Feng had a lot of unicorn black pig eggs, but he really didn't expect that there would be so many. More than 1 million unicorn black pig eggs, even the sect behind him can't afford it. Mr. Zhu. What's wrong? You can't afford it? Looking at Zhu Yang, who was stupidly standing there, Yi Feng also pretended to be indifferent and asked. Chapter 497, you want to sell the sect for food? Fuck. Mr. Yi seems angry. You can't say you can't afford it. Hearing Yi Feng's words, especially seeing Yi Feng's indifferent look at this time, Zhu Yang panicked all of a sudden, and thought in his heart, I really wasn't bragging when I said this before, but Master Yi made me brag with the huge amount of goods. Master Yi. I can afford it, of course I can afford it. I'll go tell my father about this. After saying that, Zhu Yang walked aside, then took out the sound transmission stone to contact his father. Jinxing sect, sect hall. This foodie left the sect secretly without my knowledge, and now he has the nerve to contact me? Zhu Jingtian's face also showed a trace of anger when he noticed the reaction of the sound transmission stone. After activating the sound transmission stone, he directly cursed, Zhu Yang, how can I have a foodie son like you? It's okay to leave the sect without my knowledge, but now he has the nerve to contact me? Father. If you want to curse, wait until I get back. Now I have an important matter to discuss with you. Hearing Zhu Jingtian's curse, Zhu Yang also said with a wry smile. Is it an important matter? You are the only one who has an important matter? The young sect masters of other top forces practice all day long, but you, all you do is eat and brag all day long. What else can you do? Hearing Zhu Yang's words, Zhu Jingtian cursed again. Father. There really is an important matter. I met a mysterious young master, and then bought a batch of goods from him, but the value is too expensive, so, can't we sell the sect? Hearing Zhu Jingtian scolding again, Zhu Yang also bit the bullet and told the situation. Met a mysterious young master? And bought a batch of goods? Then sell the sect? Are you playing? Hearing Zhu Yang's words, Zhu Jingtian's anger instantly reached its peak. Other young masters of other families are working hard to practice, thinking that they can take over the sect in the future and lead the sect to a further step. Who would have thought that his son is so good, eating and drinking and bragging at ordinary times, but now he actually wants to sell the sect? Huh. After taking a deep breath, Zhu Jingtian tried to control his anger and asked, let's not talk about whether to sell the sect or not. Tell me what you bought first. It's so good that you need to sell the sect. Father. I bought 1,008,000 unicorn black pig eggs. Hearing Zhu Jingtian's question, Zhu Yang also stuttered and answered. What? You want to sell the sect just to buy 1,008,000 unicorn black pig eggs? You don't even want the sect for food? Are you still a human being? Hearing Zhu Yang's answer, Zhu Jingtian cursed again with a furious look. He thought he bought some top-level cultivation resources or natural treasures, but who would have thought that he bought unicorn black pig eggs? Father. Listen to my explanation. I didn't expect the other party to have so many unicorn black pig eggs. I thought the other party had 100 or 80, so I bought them, but he asked for 1,008,000. What can I do? At this point, Zhu Yang also hurriedly explained the cause and process of the entire transaction in detail. After listening to Zhu Yang's words, Zhu Jingtian also fell silent. Not to mention that the strong man around the other party is far stronger than Uncle Feng. Just say that the other party can take out 1,000,000 unicorn black pig eggs at will, which is enough to prove that the other party's identity is definitely not simple, and it is definitely not something that their jinxing sect can afford to provoke. Zhu Yang. We definitely can't afford to offend the other party. So, try to negotiate with the other party first to see if we can buy less. If it really doesn't work, I will find a way, but the sect must not sell it. After thinking for a long time, Zhu Jingtian also proposed a solution. After cutting off the sound transmission stone, Zhu Yang walked back with an embarrassed look on his face, and then looked at Yi Feng, who pretended to be indifferent and asked tentatively, Young Master Yi, I really didn't expect that you would have so many unicorn black pig eggs in your hand. To be honest, even the sect behind me can't buy so many unicorn black pig eggs at once. Can we discuss it, and I will buy less? Okay. Then how many do you want to buy? Just say a number. It's okay to buy one. I don't care. Anyway, I don't lack that little money. It's just right to leave some unicorn black pig eggs and find someone else to play the little game just now. Hearing Zhu Yang's words and seeing the other party's cautious look, Yi Feng also laughed and said out loud. Okay? Buy whatever you want, even one is okay? Hearing Yi Feng's answer, Zhu Yang was going crazy. If he had known this was the case, he would never have proposed to his father to sell the sect. Thinking that even if this matter was resolved, he would probably be beaten up when he returned, Zhu Yang's face showed a look of great regret, and he cursed in his heart, why am I so stupid? Why didn't I ask in advance? What's going on? Why is Zhu Yang reacting so strongly? How did he discuss this with his father just now? With curiosity, Yi Feng directly said to the system, use the opportunity of spying on the secrets of heaven, to check how Zhu Yang discussed this matter with his father just now. Ding. Consume the opportunity of spying on the secrets of heaven. Zhu Yang suggested that his father sell the sect and then buy the 1,008,000 unicorn black pig eggs in the host's hand. As Yi Feng's voice fell, the voice of the system rang out from his mind. In order to buy this batch of pig eggs, Zhu Yang actually suggested that his father sell the sect? This is a ruthless person. After learning about the situation, Yi Feng also showed a surprised look and looked at Zhu Yang, and said in shock, this guy is not only good at bragging, but also extremely cruel in his ideas of dealing with things. After a moment. Roasted pig eggs, roasted pig eggs. Roasted one after another, there are still hundreds. At this time, Zhu Yang was humming a little tune while roasting 2 unicorn black pig eggs. He couldn't help swallowing his saliva as he smelled the fragrance that gradually drifted out. After all, he hadn't eaten this kind of delicacy for almost 3 years. What's the situation with Master Yi? I'm roasting them, why did they make another fire? Are they doubting my craftsmanship? With doubts, Zhiyang also looked at Yi Feng and asked, Master Yi, what are you doing? Roasted eggs. You roast yours, don't worry about us, we roast our own. Hearing Zhu Yang's inquiry, Yi Feng also smiled and explained. Chapter 498 I'm just talking casually, you want me to do it for real? Afterwards, Yi Feng took out 12 golden giant eggs from the system space. Little 8. Uncle Feng. Just now, when Zhu Xiao and I were playing a small game, you were busy for a long time. I will roast 2 of these 12 golden-horned black pig eggs, and give the remaining 10 to you as hard work fees. You can divide them equally. Then, Yi Feng looked at the 8-winged golden-eyed crazy lion and Uncle Feng and said with a smile. Stunned. Uncle Feng was completely stunned after hearing this. He finally understood what the 8-winged golden-eyed crazy lion said before, this time it's really a bargain for you. Others may not know what kind of fairy beast the golden-horned black pig is, but he knows. The golden-horned black pig is a powerful fairy beast in ancient times. After hundreds of thousands of years of gradual degeneration of blood concentration, the current one-horned black pig appeared. It can be said that the golden-horned black pig is the pig ancestor of the one-horned black pig. He really didn't expect that Yi Feng would have this kind of extinct ancient fairy beast egg in his hand. On the other side. Fuck. Did I hear it right? Is that the ancestor of the one-horned black pig, the golden-horned black pig egg? After hearing what Yi Feng said and looking at the 12 golden giant eggs, Zhu Yang, who was still humming a little tune while roasting pig eggs, suddenly felt that the one-horned black pig eggs in his hand were not fragrant anymore, especially when he saw that Uncle Feng only helped to place the egg bottles. He actually got 5 golden-horned black pig eggs. This made him suddenly feel that he had won in vain before. With golden-horned black pig eggs, who the hell would want this broken unicorn black pig egg? Mr. Zhu. If I give you 186 golden-horned black pig eggs, how do you want to deal with the 186 unicorn black pig eggs in your hand? Noticing Zhu Yang's situation, Yi Feng felt that the time was almost right, and asked directly. Hearing Yi Feng's question, Zhu Yang was stunned at first, and then lowered his head to think. Mr. Yi would not ask me this question for no reason. That is to say, only if my answer satisfies Mr. Yi, he may give me 186 golden-horned black pig eggs. But what kind of answer can satisfy Mr. Yi? Thinking of this, Zhu Yang suddenly thought of an extremely important thing, that is, Yi Feng's identity, a spendthrift god. A moment later. Young Master Yi. I do have an idea, but it's just missing something. I want to smash these 186 unicorn black pig eggs and throw them in front of my father through the designated space portal. For no other reason, I just want to tell my father one thing, that is, in addition to being good at eating and bragging, I have also learned to spend money. Zhu Yang also raised his head and looked at Yi Feng, and then said his idea seriously. This kid has a future. I figured out young Master Yi's preferences so quickly. The 8-winged, golden-eyed mad lion beside him was also surprised when he heard Zhu Yang's words. Fuck. Young Master is really playing around. Isn't he afraid that when he returns, the Master will break 3 of his legs? Uncle Feng was also surprised when he heard Zhu Yang's words. However, what he didn't know was that even if Zhu Yang didn't play like this, he would inevitably suffer a physical pain when he returned. On this basis, it can only be said that Zhu Yang was just a broken jar and had a lot of fun. Young Master Zhu. Your solution is really good. After hearing this, Yi Feng was also extremely satisfied with this solution. Then he took out 186 designated space portals and said, Young Master Zhu, you don't have it, but I do. Come on, let's start enjoying the fun of squandering money. You have it? I'm just talking casually, you want me to do it for real? Looking at the 186 designated space portals thrown by Yi Feng, Zhu Yang was going crazy. He didn't expect that Yifeng would carry so many space portals with him. Huh. After taking a deep breath, Zhu Yang gritted his teeth and directly activated a designated space portal, then smashed a unicorn pig egg and threw it in. Jinxing Sect Hall. Huh? Who is it? Seeing a space crack suddenly appearing 3 meters above, Zhu Jingtian instantly entered a combat state. Pa. However, what confused Zhu Jingtian was that he did not see anyone walking out of the space crack, but a giant egg half the height of his body squeezed out of the space crack, and then fell heavily to the ground from the air with a snap. That's a unicorn pig egg. Zhu Yang, that stinky boy, actually used the designated space portal to send a unicorn pig egg over, and threw it on the ground. After reacting, Zhu Jingtian was almost furious. He did not expect that his son, who loved to eat and brag, would start to spend money again. This is really not learning the good, but learning all the bad. Fuck. Again. Just then, when Zhu Jingtian saw 10 space cracks suddenly appearing 3 meters above, his eyes almost popped out of his head in shock. Humph. Does this brat want to test my reaction ability? At this time, standing in the center of the 10 space cracks, Zhu Jingtian also spread his hands, ready to take all the unicorn eggs. The second one on the far left. The first one on the far right. The one in the middle. Soon, as the unicorn pig eggs appeared and fell from the space cracks, Zhu Jingtian turned into a series of afterimages and caught all the falling pig eggs. He had a lot of fun in the whole process. Zhu Yang and Yifeng would never have thought that they were wasting money, while Zhu Jingtian just started playing. Huh. Interesting, is this starting to increase the difficulty? Seeing that 20 space cracks appeared directly this time, Zhu Jingtian also sneered, and then muttered to himself, "Stinky boy, you still underestimate your father." Let alone 20 space cracks appearing at the same time, even if 10,000 space cracks appear at the same time, I can catch all the falling unicorn pig eggs. The other side. Young Master Yi. I have thrown all the unicorn black pig eggs in my hand, even the 2 half-cooked pig eggs just now. Because they were broken in advance, I also added a little immortal power, but that little immortal power can't withstand the impact of falling. Once it falls to the ground, it will definitely break instantly. Even if it doesn't fall to the ground, that little immortal power can only last for an incense stick of time, and then the pig eggs will break by themselves. After throwing all 186 unicorn black pig eggs, Zhu Yang also looked at Yifeng and explained the situation. Mr. Zhu, I think your way of playing is quite interesting. How about we throw all the more than 1 million unicorn black pig eggs over? After hearing Zhu Yang's words, Yifeng proposed an extremely exciting idea. Chapter 499 Father, don't delay me from earning hard work fees. Throw all the more than 1 million unicorn black pig eggs over? Is this going to make my jinxing sect hall fall into egg hell? After hearing Yifeng's extremely crazy idea, Zhu Yang was really scared. He thought that his behavior just now was very wasteful. Who would have thought that compared with Yifeng's generosity, his was not even an appetizer? That's it. Let's get busy. First, smash all the more than 1 million unicorn black pig eggs, and then add a little fairy power to prevent the eggs from breaking first. Ignoring Zhu Yang, who was stunned on the side, Yifeng excitedly took out more than 1 million unicorn black pig eggs from the fairy ring. Ah. It's really a laborious job to waste money. Looking at the more than 1 million unicorn black pig eggs piled up like a mountain, the 8-winged golden-eyed mad lion shook his head helplessly and muttered to himself. Master Xiaoba. We are immortals. Even if there are more than 1 million unicorn pig eggs, we can rely on our spiritual consciousness and the strong immortal power in our bodies to smash them all in a very short time and then throw them into the designated space portal. It doesn't take much effort at all. Hearing what the eight-winged golden-eyed crazy lion said, Uncle Feng on the side also smiled and reminded him. Are you stupid? Would I not think of this method? But have you ever thought about how much hard work you can get if you really do that? Hearing what Uncle Feng said, the eight-winged golden-eyed crazy lion looked at the other party with a look of a fool. Little eight. Come and work quickly. After the work is done, you will get the hard work fee. At this moment, Yifeng's voice came from not far away, and the eight-winged golden-eyed crazy lion was excited after hearing it, and turned around and ran towards the pile of unicorn pig eggs. Fuck. Can you still play like this? Seeing the eight-winged golden-eyed mad lion not far away picking up a stone on the roadside and then smashing the unicorn eggs one by one, Uncle Feng finally understood and ran directly towards Chiwu City 10 miles away. Huh? What's wrong with Xiaofeng? Why did you run away instead of coming to work? You don't want Mr. Ye's hard work fee? Noticing Uncle Feng leaving, the eight-winged golden-eyed mad lion, who was working hard, also showed a puzzled look. Jinxing sect hall. Fuck. Broken. All fucking broken. That little bastard Zhu Yang actually smashed all the unicorn black pig eggs in advance, and only used a trace of immortal power to temporarily consolidate them. When Zhu Jingtian saw that the more than 100 unicorn black pig eggs he caught were all broken one by one, he cursed angrily, and then took out the sound transmission stone to contact Zhu Yang. Father. If you come here to scold me, I won't have time to deal with you. I'm still busy making the egg hell. Don't delay me from earning hard work fees. After activating the sound transmission stone, Zhu Yang's voice first rang out from Zhu Jingtian's mind. What the hell is the egg hell? As the young master of the Jinxing sect, you still need to work to earn hard work fees? Hearing Zhu Yang's words, Zhu Jingtian was also stunned. Zhu Yang. You little brat. I don't care what you are doing, but you must explain to me clearly, the more than 100 unicorns just thrown at me. After recovering from his shock, Zhu Jingtian directly questioned loudly, but before he could finish, he found that the sound transmission stone suddenly stopped responding. Snap! Zhu Jingtian was so angry that he threw the sound transmission stone to the ground, and then shouted outside the hall, send an order, let the 9 ladies come to the sect hall immediately. You are such a bad boy. You really think I can't deal with you, right? Since your big account is useless, I will practice a small account today. At this time, Zhu Jingtian also gritted his teeth and muttered to himself. It was really that his only son was becoming more and more unreliable. If he handed over the sect to Zhu Yang in the future, he was worried that his unreliable son would sell it out. We are almost there. Everyone pick up a stone on the side of the road. When we get there, you have only one task, smash the giant egg, and then add a little immortal power to prevent the giant egg from breaking on the spot. Complete one, and I will give you 1,000 low-grade immortal crystals. At this time Uncle Feng, who hired 10,000 immortals from Chiwu City, also shouted directly to the people behind him, and secretly said proudly in his heart, Master Xiaoba is still too stupid. Even if you work in this stupid way, you can hire people to do it. In the end, you can get the hard work fee, and you can also greatly improve your work efficiency. There are more than 1 million unicorn black pig eggs in total. 10,000 people, each person only needs to complete 100. Then one person needs to pay 100,000 low-grade fairy crystals. 10,000 people means 1 billion low-grade fairy crystals. If it is replaced with top-grade fairy crystals, it is only 1,000. This wave is definitely a big profit. 1 top-grade fairy crystal equals 100 high-grade fairy crystals equals 10,000 medium-grade fairy crystals equals 1 million low-grade fairy crystals. Thinking that he only needs to spend 1,000 top-grade fairy crystals to get immeasurable hard work fees from Yifeng, Uncle Feng laughed so hard that his eyes could hardly see. The other side. What's going on? When Yifeng, Zhu Yang, and the eight-winged golden-eyed wild lion saw a large group of immortals flying towards them in the distance, the two people and the beast also showed a hint of doubt, not understanding what those people were like. However, when they noticed that the person leading the team in the front was Uncle Feng, they all showed a hint of surprise on their faces. Let's get started. How much hard work you can earn depends on how many giant eggs you can grab. When Uncle Feng flew over with 10,000 immortals, he shouted to everyone. Charge! Hearing Uncle Feng's words, the 10,000 immortals also rushed towards the piles of unicorn, black pig eggs below with bloodshot eyes. The scene stunned Yifeng, Zhu Yang, and others. Uncle Feng. What's going on? After the two people and the beast flew into the air, Yifeng also looked at Uncle Feng with curiosity and asked. Young Master Yi. There are more than 1 million unicorn, black pig eggs here. You definitely can't do it yourself. How long will it take for the three of us to finish it? Well, I went directly to Chiwu City to hire 10,000 immortals. On average, each of them only needs to smash 100 to complete the task. Moreover, the most important thing is that it may not take more than an incense stick of time. Hearing Yifeng's question, Uncle Feng also explained with a proud look on his face. Higher? After learning the situation, Yifeng couldn't help laughing. If he gave out this wave of hard work fees, wouldn't he be able to get a wave of wasteful behavior rewards for free? Chapter 500 Hiding the Immortal Scroll. It's really suitable for hide and seek. Uncle Feng. You did a great job on this matter. I'll give them their hard work fees later. But I won't let you work in vain. I'll give you a hard work fee later. At this time, Yifeng also looked at Uncle Feng and expressed his thoughts. Young Master Yi. It's my honor to help you. However, I will give them their hard work fee later. I have already promised them that I will give them 1,000 low-grade fairy crystals for every giant egg they handle. Hearing what Yifeng said, Uncle Feng was also very happy, and then he spoke out quickly. What? Only 1,000 low-grade fairy crystals for handling a giant egg? Isn't this giving away beggars? At least 10,000 low-grade fairy crystals. After hearing what Uncle Feng said, Yifeng asked the system and directly gave a hard work fee within a reasonable range. 1,000 low-grade fairy crystals for smashing an egg, and this reward is still used to give away beggars. Although the weakest of these immortals are at the Immortal King level, they are already very satisfied with 1,000 low-grade immortal crystals. After hearing what Yifeng said, Uncle Feng didn't know what to say for a moment. Okay. I'll go tell them. Only giving 1,000 low-grade immortal crystals is simply slapping me in the face. As he said that, Yifeng flew directly towards the 10,000 immortals below. There is murderous intent. When Yifeng left, Uncle Feng felt a little uneasy for some reason, and then looked to the side. When he saw Zhu Yang and the eight-winged golden-eyed mad lion staring at him with a look that wanted to kill him, he was a little panicked. After a moment. Ding. Congratulations to the host for triggering the wasteful behavior. Reward 300,000 wasteful points. Reward Immortal Ascension Pill *1. Reward 11th grade 9th level Hidden Immortal Scroll *100,000. After 10,000 immortals processed more than 1 million unicorn black pig eggs, Yifeng also gave them their hard work fee, and then the system's reward prompt sounded in his mind. Another hidden immortal scroll? But this time it's the 11th grade, 9th level, which should be the top-level immortal scroll. Even the 9th level peak powerhouse of the immortal tribulation realm may not be able to detect it at all. Since the system has given it, it would be a waste to keep it. Let's ask Zhu Yang to see if he has any interesting ideas to squander. Thinking of this, Yifeng shouted directly to Zhu Yang, not far away, Mr. Zhu, come here. Mr. Yi. You should call me Xiao Zhu. In front of you, I really dare not call myself the eldest master. I wonder if Mr. Yi asked me to come here for any instructions? Coming to Yifeng, Zhu Yang also asked. It's a little thing. But where are Xiao Baozi and Uncle Feng? Looking around, Yifeng found that he didn't see the eight-winged golden-eyed mad lion and Uncle Feng. He looked at Zhu Yang curiously and asked. Mr. Yi. Uncle Feng wants to have a discussion with Master Xiao Baozi. Then they left and should be back soon. Hearing Yifeng's question, Zhu Yang also answered quickly. Uncle Feng, what a fucking exchange, I was dragged away by Xiao Baozi. So that's how it is. Well, Uncle Feng is quite courageous. By the way, I have 100,000 11th grade, 9th level, hidden immortal scrolls. If I give them all to you, how do you want to deal with them? After learning where the two were going, Yifeng also looked at Zhu Yang and asked. Hidden immortal scrolls? How do I lose this thing? After hearing what Yifeng said, Zhu Yang's first reaction was how to lose these immortal scrolls. It can be said that he is now on the right track. Think for a moment, Zhu Yang's eyes suddenly lit up, and he said directly to Yifeng, Young Master Yi, I do have an idea, but there is a little selfishness, that is, to use these hidden immortal scrolls on the disciples and elders of my jinxing sect, and then let my father find them one by one. The only problem is how to make my father willingly participate in this little game of finding people. If you find someone, I will give your father a golden-horned black pig egg. How do you feel? After hearing Zhu Yang's words, Yifeng's eyes also lit up, and he directly said the solution. At the same time, he thought to himself, why didn't I think that this hidden immortal scroll is suitable for playing hide-and-seek? As for Zhu Yang's little selfishness, Yifeng didn't take it seriously. Anyway, the other party was going to join the prodigal sect. They were all family members, so giving some benefits was nothing. Young Master Yi. This benefit will definitely make my father willingly participate in this little game. Hearing Yifeng's solution, Zhu Yang also responded quickly, and at the same time thought to himself, this time, my father will definitely look at me differently. Tens of thousands of golden-horned black pig eggs are all priceless treasures. If the sect can develop into a dominant force in the future, I will definitely take the lead. Xiao Zhu. I have a question. If you cheat your father like this, won't your father punish you later? At this time, Yifeng looked at Zhu Yang and suddenly asked such a question. Pick me up? My father will probably be so excited that he will hug me and bite me. Young Master Yi, you don't know how much help tens of thousands of golden-horned black pig eggs can bring to my sect. Hearing Yifeng's words, Zhu Yang also hurriedly explained. After a while. Young Master. How about you first? When Uncle Feng, who was bruised and swollen, came back, he also looked at Zhu Yang and asked aloud. Uncle Feng. You are the elder, so you should go first. After hearing this, Zhu Yang also directly refused. Xiao Zhu. What's wrong? Activate the designated space portal and start throwing. Seeing that Zhu Yang and Uncle Feng had not made any movement for a long time, Yifeng also asked in confusion. Young Master Yi. Do you have any blood replenishing pills in your hand? Even if 10 unicorn black pig eggs are thrown through a designated space portal, it will take 100,000 designated space portals to be activated. I'm afraid that the blood on Uncle Feng and I is not enough. Hearing Yifeng's question, Zhu Yang also smiled bitterly and said the problem he encountered. Jinxing sect, sect hall. 9 ladies. Zhu Yang is getting more and more outrageous now. So I made a decision, that is, to have another son, otherwise, I'm afraid that the jinxing sect, which has been passed down for more than 100,000 years, will be destroyed in his hands. At this time, Zhu Jingtian also looked at the 9 ladies who came to the hall and said his decision. Come again? At this moment, When Zhu Jingtian found that space cracks appeared above the hall again, his face gradually showed a hint of excitement, because he noticed that the number of space cracks that appeared this time was much greater than before.